Hello, everyone. Let's move this a little bit.
Yes,
and welcome back to From Our Basement Gaming.
Yes, hey everyone.
This is too low. Yeah, here we go. And we are back with part 15 of our Metroid Let's Play.
That we are. I'm trying to navigate and figure things out too, because I want to finally complete this level.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Yeah.
And I will probably be having a snack.
Okay.
While we do this. But yeah, we are back. And we hope everything's going well with you guys. That so far your April's going well.
Yes. Happy April, everyone.
Yes, again, I know this is the second.
Right.
Second Metroid of April.
That's true.
Because last week was our first one.
I think so too. Yeah.
Yes.
Ah.
Sorry, when you record ahead of time, you're kind of like...
Right.
Yeah. So sorry about the thinking.
It's alright.
Yes, we are excited about April because our anniversary month.
Yeah.
For the channel.
Yep. And I got attacked. Manure.
This is good.
Oh.
Yeah. Sorry, I was thinking about what I was going to say.
That's alright.
And yeah, at the end of the month, we're going to go to Animation City again, right?
That we are.
Yep.
That's our life plan.
And they have, I think,
I wasn't
actually 3 or 4 of Dragon Ball Z voice actors.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Most of which I think are Ocean dub. I don't know about the voice actor who did Majin Buu because I don't know how far Ocean dub went.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Considering, yeah, for us it only went up to what?
In America, it only went up to before the battle with Goku versus Riku in the Namek Saga.
Yeah, so basically really short. Whereas
Couldn't Goku be a Super Saiyan?
Whereas I saw some clips up as far as pre-Cell Saga, like,
which means that the Canadians got more Ocean dub than we did.
Yeah. So, but I haven't done enough research to know if they did the entirety of Dragon Ball Z and only in Canada, or if they stopped after the Cell Saga. You know, I really don't know. But yeah, they're gonna have Ocean dub Goku, Ocean dub Vegeta, a guy who I think did Mr. Satan, and a guy who did Majin Buu. But like I said, I don't know if he's Ocean dub or if he's the Funimation guy. But I don't remember the names of all 4 of them. I only know the names of 2 of them.
Indeed.
But it'll be nice because, like, literally the only name I always remember is Brian Drummond because it's only 1 letter away from my favorite Sonic voice actor.
That's right.
No relation, and they often laugh about that people think they're related.
Yeah.
Just happen to have the same last name and
You're brothers, aren't you? Sorry.
I would love to, like, superimpose Brian Drummond's face onto Shadow and have that clip of Chris. But you and Ryan are brothers, right?
We're not related.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know if I haven't seen any clips of Brian referencing it, but I follow Ryan on Twitter, Ryan Drummond, and he's made reference to it a few times. Even because the two of them are at the same convention this weekend, and he started the video in front of Brian's banner and was like, "Hi, I'm Brian Drummond," and then he pauses and he looks back and he goes, "Whoops," and then he goes to his banner and says, "Hi, I'm Ryan Drummond." So, yeah.
I see what they did there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I see what they did.
But yeah, I'll be excited to meet the guy because I'm going in blind. I've never seen Brian Drummond any interviews. I haven't heard him speak as himself. So I'm going in blind here. Because he not only was Ocean dubbed Vegeta, he did Zex in the English dub of Wing.
You guys are lucky to have survived.
Yeah. Yeah. He was Ryuk in Death Note. You're like, I'm not gonna do that one. Ryuk.
I'm familiar more with the Japanese voice.
Right, exactly.
Sorry.
I'm only familiar with his English voice because I had to watch the entire series in English.
Oh yeah, you're
because
right.
a parent of my
Mother.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I forgot about that.
I mean, fortunately, the dub was done by Viz, and Viz has slightly better dubs than Funimation most of the time. No offense to those of you who are madly in love with Funimation dubs, but yeah, I feel in general Viz has less dubs, but they tend to do a little bit better, I feel like.
Yeah, that's fair. Yep, that's a fake lava.
Yes. And this is obviously just my opinion.
Oh yeah.
It's not like they're objectively worse or anything.
One shouldn't be too aggressive about it.
Because Funimation has voice actors with talent. I just think sometimes they make the wrong casting decisions.
They do.
Again, my personal opinion. If I knew how to get into it, I'd love to be a casting director because I have opinions about who should be cast as what.
So do I.
In fact, one day I want to make a game of it when somebody's incorrectly cast. I want to find the person that should have been cast instead. In my but yeah, I'm trying to think. He did other stuff too, I just can't think of it right now. Ironically, he has a connection to Sonic now because in a show I have not seen because I don't have Netflix, in like the Netflix exclusive show Sonic Prime, he actually voices Dr. Robotnik.
Oh wow.
So it's, yeah, I know. So there's a connection to Sonic. Now, unfortunately, Ryan Drummond is not in Sonic Prime. Somebody else is voicing Sonic, somebody I never heard of before, but whose name I don't remember. Eventually, I'll have to try to commit all of them to memory. I listened a little bit to that guy, but he was not memorable as Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
Again, no offense to those of you who really like whoever voices him in Sonic Prime. I'm sure he's a very friendly guy.
I believe he is.
But Brian Drummond, not Ryan. I'm doing it again. Brian Drummond sounded really interesting. I heard clips of him as Dr. Robotnik, and it sounded like he was doing like a little bit of both of the video game voices for Dr. Robotnik, which was really interesting to me.
That is interesting.
Like a little flavor of Mike Pollock. I think that's how you say his name. Sorry again if that's not the case. And God, I don't remember the first guy that did Dr. Robotnik's voice. I don't remember his name. But he had a little flavor of both of them, which I thought was really interesting, because the first voice, he was a little more serious. Not necessarily threatening, but he could kind of sound threatening. Whereas Mike Pollock his portrayal of Dr. Robotnik is a little more silly. I feel like personally, if you don't know, I'm talking like Sonic X, Dr. Robotnik.
Oh, I see.
And, yeah. And like, he was in the video games from that point onward too. I don't even know if you've heard the Sonic Adventure 2, Dr. Robotnik. I don't remember if he did it in Sonic Heroes. I think he did. The guy before Mike Pollock. Anyway, sorry, I'm ranting about Sonic voices because I'm obsessive about it. Sorry.
It's okay. I'm not holding it against you.
You know, when you're interested about getting into voice acting, you kind of obsess about voice actors and voice acting.
Understandable.
If it's something that interests you. Yeah. Anyway, it'll be fun to see them.
Yeah, well.
I know Anime Ocean City is still kind of in its early days, so yes. So it probably is a good thing that they decided to just do one day this time, because there wasn't really a whole lot to do for the whole weekend. Like, we went to, they had 2 panels? Or we went to 2 panels, and then just the dealer's room / artist alley,
Which was all squeezed in one spot, yes.
And they were literally sharing the space with a different convention downstairs. Yep. Something about decoy painting.
Yeah. Want to paint a wooden bird?
Yeah, it was very weird. I'm like, they have a convention for this?
Apparently so. I was not aware until just then.
I mean, it wasn't even like they had a lot of hunting stuff. It was just specifically the duck decoys.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not shaming you if that's your hobby.
Oh no.
I was just surprised there was a whole convention for it.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's cool that some people can carve. You know, there was carving and painting.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's cool. Yeah. So anyway, I think it's a good thing they made it one day until, you know, they get more stuff going on, become a bigger convention.
Yeah, it would help.
We're gonna try to go to some more conventions than normal this year.
That's our goal.
If we're able to.
That is our life goal, yes.
I'm not sure about too many games yet. We shall see.
Yeah, we will.
I just don't exactly like how they're organized.
Yeah. It'd be a good thing to get material, I guess, but...
Material. Right. Right. We always are in the hunt for games.
Yeah. And we started going there just to meet Caddy.
Yeah, I mean, the year we didn't go, it was because we knew he wasn't going to be there.
Yeah, I was so relieved.
I mean, I was thinking about not going anyway, so the fact that he wasn't there, I'm like, well, at least we won't miss him.
Yeah.
He's been through so much.
Yes, unfortunately, he's been through a lot.
I would like to give him a hug, but
So
I
would
think
I,
he
honestly.
would.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's that kind of person.
Yeah,
I get the
it might
impression he's
weird him
not.
out.
Yeah, I get the impression he's not.
Yeah.
But I joked that in the progression of the photos I've taken with him that he got closer the second time.
Yeah.
I know it was because of we were further away from the pandemic, but I jokingly am like, oh, we're closer. I'm like, how close are we going to be when we take the picture next time?
I really appreciate you guys coming and showing up at my...
Yeah. I'm like... I was just joking because we were closer, like he was leaning over the table to be closer to me in the picture, so I'm like next time will we be like right next to each other? Which I'd be fine with.
Same.
I'm semi-joking, but yeah, I would be fine. I'm just a cozy, friendly person. I like to, when you have... If you're somebody I really gel with, I can be a hug person. I like to hug. Normal hugs, not creepy hugs.
Well, yes.
But, you have to be, like, my kind of person, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I am very much an introvert, but I also like people. I feel like the stereotype is that introverts don't like people. And if you like people at all, then you must be an ambivert, at least. I might be saying it wrong. The thing that is in between an introvert and an extrovert that was not originally part of that equation.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. They made it because people not a lot of people fit in one or the other.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, nobody perfectly fits into either of those categories anyway. It's just kind of a way to get across, in general, your nature. You know.
Yeah, I do know.
Excuse me. Some people are... I also paused because I had to burp, sorry.
That's alright.
Some people are more outgoing, like to go to parties, constantly like to socialize, and that's where they get all happy. And if they're by themselves, they get depressed, or antsy, or whatever.
I see.
And introverts, we tend to keep our own company well.
Gotcha.
Either literally by ourselves or with our small group of friends.
Yeah. It's usually good to have a good, healthy circle of friends.
But I feel like, I'm not going to name names, but there were some groups of people using introvert to mean the same thing as antisocial.
Yeah. Considering I knew someone who's like, I'm just being antisocial right now, and I was like, that's actually
Yeah, antisocial is something more extreme, something different. It usually implies a mental health struggle.
Yeah.
It's a pretty strong word that is not synonymous with introvert. And there are some introverts I've met that they just genuinely are like, I don't need to see people at all. And I'm cool with that. And I'm not like that. I'm an introvert that likes people, but
Yeah. I know. Well, yeah, I know.
I am picky about the people.
Right. And that's perfectly fine in my case.
Yeah.
Not everyone is going to be the kind of person you want to be with.
Yeah.
Whether it's their behavior, their hygiene, their personality.
Mm-hmm.
Because not everybody fits with everyone. Because if you're the person who fits with everyone, you fit with no one, really. Isn't that right?
I suppose. Well, yeah, I suppose. I guess if you fit with literally everyone, you couldn't really have a solid personality. You'd kind of be constantly adapting your personality.
Yeah.
Which some people can kind of do.
Yeah.
I mean, I think to an extent, maybe we all do a bit of that. We decide what parts of ourselves we need to portray in front of certain people.
Yes. There was a grain of truth to that statement that we all wear masks, figuratively speaking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here I sit failing at Metroid, and we're going through an existential conversation.
We all wear masks. Some of them are helmet-shaped masks.
That help us breathe in space.
I wonder if that gets lonely, being on planets where mostly you're fighting aliens that don't speak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My phone just messaged me. They're asking for cash.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Everything's on fire, and if you give us
Yes.
all your hard-earned cash, we will somehow put out the fire.
Yeah.
I'm like, I wish I could believe that. But it's a little more complicated than that. Oh no, eventually we're gonna get this. It's just apparently not
I
right now.
wish I knew how well they did it.
I mean, you watched somebody.
I have watched someone do it, yes.
There must be somewhere you either need to keep moving, or maybe there's somewhere you could stand where you would take less damage.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh. Pen.
Oh, there's some right here.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that.
Sorry about this.
2 pens. That works.
Yes.
I like that pen. It's a nice pen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like doubles.
They do. Let's see. Oh yeah, I watched somebody review the Snow White live action.
Oh.
And it's been bombing horribly.
Is that what happens when you hire someone who says, yeah, it's old, out-of-date, crusty garbage, and has no respect for the original source material?
Yeah, I guess so. I know people in the conservative leaning are calling it woke, but based on the
do tell how woke this.
I don't even, I don't consider what it's doing woke at all.
It isn't.
It's like token wokeism, if anything. And sorry, I made myself laugh a little bit because of the other word that woke used to be used for. But anyway, that my brain went toke. Whoa. Okay. Sorry.
That's alright.
Yeah, so, they had to make Snow White more of a girl boss.
I got my 401k and I run the place, and I'm already the leader of the place without needing my mother to help me. Well, stepmother.
Like when she wakes up, she's like, I'm going to go stop the evil queen. And she did it by inspiring everyone to I guess, stand up against her.
Isn't she supposed to be her stepmother that married into the family?
Yeah.
I thought so, so you can't really overthrow your stepmother. Not without committing treason.
The dwarves have barely any role.
Dwarfs? What dwarfs?
Yeah, I mean, they're there, but they don't really help to stop the queen, arguably.
Yeah, well, she already cleaned and fixed up their house all by herself in the original from 1937, so...
Oh, yeah, and wait till you hear this. She taught them all how to clean, and they did it themselves.
You 7 idiots, clean up your own god darned house.
Yeah,
Can I swear?
And, they had to... I mean, some of it sounds good, like fleshing out the romance between her and the prince a little bit. That's something. I mean, it was done badly, it sounds like, but at least...
Of course it was.
At least they tried.
Yes, you get the "you tried" sticker, kids.
Yeah. And no, I haven't seen this myself because I don't want to torture myself. I don't watch live-action Disney videos.
No, I don't either.
The only one
Nonsense, Aladdin.
The only one I might be kind of tempted to check out is Lilo and Stitch, but we'll see.
People have already been waving alarm bells about live-action Lilo and Stitch.
I know, and I've read about it, but I would not see it in theaters, though, I assure
that's good.
you. I would watch it with, if I still even have the subscription by then, my Disney Plus subscription.
Yeah.
But more than likely, I will be using that to check out some shows that I missed out on, if they don't take them off.
They're doing that too?
I don't think they're taking away some of the stuff. I think mostly some new stuff that they've been putting on, but you never know. I don't know what they're going to decide to take off, but yeah, that's the only one I'd kind of be... But I'm upset about the stuff that a lot of the fans are upset about, too. And my own stuff that nobody's mentioned yet as well. But, it at least looks like it's somewhat more fun than the other live-action remakes. But that could just be that the guy who did the trailer is really good at making trailers.
That's the truth.
It's probably like a little bit of both, but we shall see. And believe me, guys, we'll probably stop after this next try.
Yeah.
Believe me, whether you want to hear it or not, you'll eventually hear my thoughts about the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 Paramount movie.
Yep.
Because that DVD is going to come out this month.
Yay! Sonic the can't catch what you
I'm
see.
not gonna buy it, though. I'm gonna get it from the library if the library has it. So I'm not spending any money.
Yeah. That song doesn't work because it's not even on the OBS.
And from what I've heard from people who've watched that movie, the movie's more about Shadow than Sonic anyway, so...
Shadow, the movie, guest starring Sonic the Hedgehog.
Which I'm like, yeah, Sonic Adventure 2 does cover Shadow's story, but not at the expense of Sonic's story. I mean, Sonic does stuff.
Yeah.
He's a main part of the plot in the game, so it sounds to me like they weren't doing good at balancing that. I don't know. A lot of you have probably already seen it, and you're probably gonna defend it because a lot of people like that one as well. So.
Yes. If you're against this, you're against my dog. Yeah, I know.
But those of you who have been here for a while know I don't like the Sonic Paramount movies much.
Yes,
I will try to be fair
about
it. I try to be fair with the second one too. I talked about what I thought worked well.
You were. And I think
Alright
that's the end of today's
guys,
episode.
see you later.
Bye.